narcissistic and incompetent Trump is. She put up LeBron numbers, but the goal tonight was to also get voters enthusiastic about voting for Harris. On that front, progressive policies would help. I said 8.5 out of 10. That's my assessment of Kamala Harris. As far as Trump's performance, it's like minus 10 out of 10.
It wasn't as bad as Biden, but it was like in the same area code. It was like in that ballpark.
It was like, yeah, I mean, Biden is like historic. That's like once in a lifetime failure, right? I mean, he had to drop out. That's how bad it was. But I cannot. Like, he ate every bait. He was extremely online. He was disheveled. He literally leaned into like all of the worst instincts, like all of the worst things that people point to him about. And he even leaned into like all the issues that he should be avoiding, like that cost him the midterms, even like cost the Republican Party the midterms, like loser shit. Bro, he said at one point, nobody on the other side even died on January 6th. The other side was your Congress.
Okay? Yeah, and the cops.
Like, and Mike Pence and cops, Capitol Police. Like, what the fuck are you saying? It's like, the only Ashley Babbitt died. Nobody on the other side even died. It's like that's crazy, man. That's an insane thing to say. Like, I often talk about how silly it is, like how much hyper focus like liberals put on January 6th. And that's, I think, part of the reason why it's like reflected well in the polling. Like, Trump is a threat to democracy. Why? Because that's the key thing that Democrats can't shut the fuck up about, right? So obviously it's going to be reflected in the polls to a certain degree. I wish they would have that same energy for immigration in terms of counter messaging, but they don't because they're fucking stupid. Anyway, but like ultimately Trump just keeps bringing back. It would be like if Kamala Harris did the Joe Biden thing, regularly bringing up how, like, I don't know, undocumented migrants are like doing rapes or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's akin to that.
Shit. Yeah. The healthcare stuff I was gonna say before we cut to the Walls and Vance stuff. Like, it's always kind of frustrating me because like during the in the moderators did a better point of bringing this up than like honestly Kamala did. During the Trump era, during his presidency, he reached his lowest points in like approval over his tax bills and over Obamacare. Those were really, really unpopular. Obamacare is like broadly like a consensus kind of bill.
Yeah.
Like, Obama himself is very popular. I mean, I get like kind of the like saying, oh, we're going to expand and protect the Affordable Care Act, but like it's like the exact opposite of how they push on immigration, where like they're totally defensive and reactive about it. You could make healthcare into a big issue this election. That would be really helpful for you. Like, you could like push like it. You could like talk about how Trump has concepts of a plan or whatever, and how like you want to do a public option. You could force this and make like the issue better on your terms. Don't make it just the thing that's about like the immigration and the economy. Make this like be assertive. Like, change it like to be about what you want it to be about. But like they just have a fundamentally reactive and like reactionary like perspective towards it that doesn't like work. Like, it's just like very passive.
Yeah, I genuinely cannot comprehend how he like failed to be normal on immigration, a strong suit, and like didn't even talk about didn't even talk about the economy. Like, he rarely talked about the economy in that entire. The whole point of Trump was to be moderate, right? Like, was to seemingly look normal, more normal than you've ever seen him before. That's what his like advisors keep fucking telling him, and they're like, "Don't attack Kamala Harris on race and stuff. Like, just be a little bit more normal." You know what I mean? Be a little bit more normal. Maybe you can pick up some fucking voters on the sidelines. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people are angry about the economy. Like, you're beating Biden on the economy. You're beating Kamala Harris on the economy. And it's crazy that like he just could not take a fucking deep breath and just be a goddamn adult. And he just he insisted on eating every fucking bait possible. Incredible.
Yeah, it's the worst time for him because the momentum was kind of shifting in his favor. You had the the discussion and the polling moving towards more being about how Kamala doesn't have a plan, how like she doesn't have like any real clear policies, how she didn't inspire confidence at the DNC, and there were some inklings of him getting towards that point where he, like, I mean, JD Vance tried to do, where she just said that she only has platitudes, which I think is a real problem for her, and she did that a little bit during the debate where she really didn't have too many like specific points, but he totally made it about himself, just talking about fucking, like, I don't even know who Abdul is. I don't even know who that is.
I know who it is. That's the funny
Oh.
story. He's the fucking Taliban chief, right? Trump
No,
literally
it's a
actually
different guy who's the head of the Taliban.
no, he evac'd him out of a Pakistani prison and brought him to
Oh,
the United States of America, which is why it's really funny when he just keeps saying like, "Oh, I sent him a photo of his house." It's like, "No, dog, you took him out of jail. Like he was in prison, okay? He was in prison. You got him released from prison and you brought him to Camp David. You did not send him a picture of his house unless you showed the photo of the Pakistani prison he was in." So that's like another thing. That's another lie that he loves repeating for some reason.
yeah. This is an
Um,
insane reference, but that moment reminded me of that YouTube video where he plays like Call of Duty with Walt Jr. Like, people who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. But like when he said like, "I got your house," like, I'm like, it sounded like he doxed him.
Apparently, Taylor Swift just endorsed Kamala Harris on Instagram.
Oh my God.
It's
Holy
Jover.
shit.
It's Jover. Is fucking
No.
Joe.
She's
Is that a
stealing the news
meme?
cycle from him.
Is it Jover? Oh, is it happening finally? No, she didn't. You guys are such liars,
Yeah, she
dude. What the
did. No,
fuck?
she did. She did. It's on
Oh,
her Instagram.
oh, she did. She said register to vote. Like many of you, I watched the debate tonight. If you haven't already,
Oh
now is
my
a great
God.
time to do your research on issues at hand. It stands to these
Call herself
candidates
a
take.
childless cat lady. It's over.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
It's the picture of her with a cat.
Oh my god.
He's gonna beat Don Jr. with a shoe
Bro,
over
all
this.
it took was for her to fucking hug a Trump supporter and then have like the entire Swifties on Twitter rip her ass and be
Yeah.
like, "You only cared about politics when your career was failing." She was like, "No, I'm sorry. Actually, I love politics. It's my favorite thing to do."
I like that she kind of implies here that she was like undecided until she watched the debate.
Yeah. Recently, I was made aware that AI of me falsely endorsing Donald Trump's presidential run was posted to the site. Oh, recently you were made aware. Sure. Okay. It really
You hear
conjured
about
up
her
my fears
cat
around
man?
AI and the danger of spreading misinformation. It brought me to the conclusion I need to be very transparent about my actual plans for this election as a voter. The simplest way to combat misinformation is the truth. I will be casting my vote for Kamala Harris and Tim Walz in the 2024 presidential election. I'm voting for Kamala Harris because she fights for the rights and causes I believe need a warrior to champion them. I think she's a steady-handed, gifted leader, and I believe we can accomplish so much more in this country if we're led by calm and not chaos. Damn, she's even doing the PR moves. Like she did watch that debate, or at
Not
least
the
her
alliterations.
fucking PR people watched that debate. Let me tell you, okay?
Yeah. They said we're getting on the we're backing. This is like the best indicator for like Kamala like so far, because they are not going to back her ass until like unless she's like a clear shot to win. Like, she was not endorsing Biden until Biden was leading by like 10 in the polls.
Yeah, yeah. This is like the Waffle House Index. You know what I mean? for
Yeah,
for
somebody said
predicting
she's
elections, like
great
people
about
will look
it.
at like Polymarket or whatever, or like betting odds, but like
Yeah.
this is the real. This is the real careful, considered fucking. Careful and considered, calculated decision maker here. Okay.
Yeah.
I
She
was
has
so
like
heartened.
a Journal about
Ooh, she likes
voter
Tim Walz. She
registration in Pennsylvania.
yo, she hit it. She doubled down on Tim Walz. I was so heartened and impressed by her selection of running mate at Tim Walz, who has been standing up for LGBTQ plus rights, IVF, and a woman's right to her own body for decades. I've done my research and I've made my choice. Oh my God. And the choice
She
is
had to
yours.
drop the policy page. She had to drop the policy page.
That's what it was. She's a real policy head. She's
Yeah.
a real policy head. She was like, yo, honestly, yeah, once I read the policy page, it was over. You know, this was it for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I
she
heard
had to
Kamala
drop her-
Harris is going to combat Iran, no matter
Yeah.
what, no matter
She
what
had
it
to make
takes, I
sure
was
she's
like,
a
that's
real
my
China
vote.
hog. Yeah. She said, "I'm not voting for her unless I know the nukes are on the way to Beijing like at 11 a.m."
Oh, Jesus. Taylor Swift, childless cat lady. JD Vance. Oh, I can
He
talk about
listens to
JD
Don
Vance.
Jr. for the first time in his life, a lifetime of his own abuse that he unheeded himself. He should have listened to himself. He's gonna beat Don Jr. with a shoe.
Dude, honestly, Donald Trump's biggest mistake was ever listening to Don Jr. That's when I
Yeah,
knew this shit is cooked, okay? Perma fried.
yeah.
Like
The
Don
worst
Jr. Don Jr., you don't
approval.
even like him. Why would you ever listen to his opinion on who that sweaty fucking cokehead loser thinks is
If
like
he had
cool?
Doug, he would be. If he had Doug, he'd still be contending in Minnesota. If he had Doug, he would be up in fucking like North Carolina now for
Dude,
sure.
I'm a burgamaniac. Okay, I'm a burgamaniac. I've been saying it. I was gonna vote. There were two VP picks that would have changed my decision. If Burgum was the VP, I would have voted in. I would have voted for Donald Trump. And if Jesse Ventura was RFK Jr.'s vice president, I would have voted for RFK Jr. They both fucked up. They could have
Do you
gotten my
remember
vote.
the Jesse Ventura Green candidate like rumors in 2020?
Yeah,
I
but
wanted that so badly.
yeah, but he
And
gets libbed up. Like
he endorsed a duopoly. He endorsed the Democrats.
he really did. Yeah, he really did. He was like, I'm really excited for a woman to vote for a woman in the White House. I was like, damn, Jesse, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
it wasn't even like, oh, I'm like oh, these guys are like the lesser of two evils. He went like full like DNC like talking points. He was talking like a
Yeah,
whine on.
yeah. A lot of our old heads have fallen.
Yeah.
Bernie Sanders being like, yeah, I don't really agree with Dick Cheney a lot, but even he hates Donald Trump, and that's good. I was
Yeah.
like, come on, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, that one guy who
Bernie,
doesn't fuck around about being 82 years old.
I was like, Bernie, they're not gonna do card checks. Shut the fuck up. You don't have to destroy. They're not gonna. They are not going to make you a junior partner in the coalition.
Yeah.
Okay, you're 800 years old. Why are you
They are
doing
never
this?
passing the fucking public option, man.
They,
It's not
they
happening.
yeah, they fucking they put him in the cuck chair, dude. They just keep whipping him for the crimes of contesting Hillary Clinton in 2016 forever.
Yeah. His late stage career, he's like trying to work his way up to like better Senate committees. Like he's a fucking like decrepit Dixiecrat from 1950. He's trying to do the Richard Russell fucking
Yeah,
strat.
he's a real team player.
Yeah.
Surely.
If he
Surely.
stays in Congress until he's 90 years old, they'll let him like chair the appropriations committee like Robert
Yeah.
Byrd.
No. They're gonna let him take Vermont. They're gonna let him take
Yeah.
the old people in Vermont back to Canada so they can like purchase pharmaceuticals there.
Yeah.
He's
They're
like,
gonna let him
please,
build a fucking, like,
anything.
they're gonna let him build an FBI crime examination like facility in Birmingham, and that'll be like the culmination of his life's work.
It feels bad. It feels bad watching him like that. But
Yeah.
I
I don't know. He was a big Russia head like during the Trump era. Maybe he just is lived up.
You were joking about voting for Trump, right? Oh my God, chatters. Yes. Shut the fuck up. Oh my Lord.
No, we would have actually voted for Trump if we picked North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum. That's completely sincere. That was going to be the heel turn.
I forget that there's like 160,000 people in here, so like they have no fucking.
Yeah.
Some of these people are just like tuning in for once, and they're like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck's this guy
I'm a
saying?"
single issue voter, but I'm picking Glenn Youngkin. This is like completely like what I believe.
Yes, I'm undoing all of every opinion that I've ever had.
Yeah.
Because Doug Burgum
Because
is
he
on the
picked the guy who
ticket.
looked like Brezhnev.
Yeah, but hotter.
Yeah.
His
That was the
eyebrows are
crucial part.
powerful.
Yeah.
Um,
Trump's odds on betting markets have started tanking. He's down to 46 cents on Predicted. He's lost to degenerates.
Yeah, the copium tomorrow is gonna be so delectable. I can already sense it from here. First of all, everyone's gonna complain about the moderators fact checking.
So fucking funny.
Here is a really good idea. If you don't want to get fact checked, don't say Haitian migrants are eating cats on the most prominent national stage you've been on. Are you
When you're like 78 years old.
And then he started debating the moderators. He's like, actually, I saw it on television. Real old man hours over there. It was incredible.
I keep on getting recommended Megyn Kelly's tweets, and she's so fucking pissed off. She is so mad at the moderators.
Ben Shapiro.
Oh yeah, Ben Shapiro.
This debate won't matter.
This is what the Biden people said. This is exactly what they said.
Yeah, this is that's how you know this shit popped off. This
Yeah.
debate won't matter. It was just eliminated as an inflection point. The American people still know nothing about Kamala Harris' positions. Donald Trump is still Donald Trump, and the legacy media are still a giant flaming dog turd.
Well,
Oh, he's
don't go after them too hard, Ben.
wow. He's he busted out the big words, the big boy words. His wife is not gonna let him sleep in the same bed tonight. Oh my God. Oh, it's gonna be delectable. It's gonna be delightful.
I'm gonna make the Trump replacement tier list.
Yeah, this is Trump never. Oh, the conservatives are in the chat. Trump never mentioned Haitian people. He never said Haitians. Yeah, dude, you're right. We haven't been paying attention to the same media cycle that the Republicans have been pumping this entire
time. Who
does
he think we're eating the cats?
Yeah, no, random. He actually was talking about like random people in Springfield, Ohio. Yeah.
We just gotta get rid of that one city. There's something in the water.
This is so funny. This level of cope from Trump heads is hilarious. He said Venezuelans though. Yeah, he said Venezuelans Aurora overtaking apartment complexes. He won the jank Uyghur vote with that one. A real Aurora head, my uncle. Anyway, yeah, this is what happens when you're extremely online. I keep fucking trying to repeat this to people, like, do not look at Twitter and assume that that's how normal people are. Can you explain this story to a bus driver? If the answer is no, if it fails the bus driver test, like, you probably shouldn't be running a national campaign on it. Oh my God.
The likes too hard.
Yeah. Megyn Kelly's mad. Oh, great. Taylor Swift post. Yeah, of course Taylor Swift posted about who she's voting for president. Of course, it got 1 million likes in 13 minutes, dude. What are we talking about?
Funny that she repeatedly mentioned walls.
Yeah, no, I do like that. Yeah,
she said I would have been fucking for her if she like picked Shapiro.
Yeah, this is. Yeah. I'm reading the tea leaves. She's actually an anti-Zionist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants Kamala to go off the ticket and be replaced with Walls. And Walls would be up by 10. I don't give a fuck. People can call me coping, but like at that point you just have zero issues.
Oh, dude, 100%. His oppo has been. They're like third removed, like distant cousins are voting for Trump. Like that's the oppo on that front is so awesome. They're like, they're talking about how he like swapped out his dog or some shit. Like it's just so. It's so bad. It's so stupid.
Today is they said that he said that he saw Trump supporters in Pennsylvania one time, and then the other day he said he saw them in Georgia. That's like the thing they're getting him on.
Did you see this? Trump just posted literally 2 minutes ago insider paper poll from Twitter on his Truth Social poll. Trump v. Harris, who won the presidential debate? 78% said Donald Trump. 23 hours remaining on the poll.
Have the live reaction polls come out yet? Oh no, it hasn't yet. I thought like Red Eagle Politics. I thought he said that like 75% said that she won. It was just him trying to expectation set by saying that the CNN poll would say that, which the CNN polls actually have been pretty like predictive in the past. People forget this. But Hillary actually like saw a big surge after she beat Trump in the first debate in 2016. So these things can matter, like especially in a race as tight as this one.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, Kamala decisively won tonight, like decisively. Yeah. That's not a question. But obviously, this is always a matter of like how close the polls will be, and in terms of like proving herself as someone who can like meet Donald Trump, she will get a lot of fucking clout off of this too. Like the media will go crazy over it. Yes, I'm running the 3-minute ad break now. Okay, calm down. Yeah, you can, avoid those ads if you subscribe, chat. You already know. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. But overall, like I said, I think, this is like there's a phenomenal opportunity here to like legitimately push for decent policies and deliver majorly for the Democratic Party if the Democratic Party was even remote